Good afternoon, welcome back to Linda's Kitchen. Today I will be showing you a mirepoix. The mirepoix is a combination of carrots, celery, and an onion. Okay, so I will start with my carrot. I have here my cutting station. Let me see if I can bring this back a bit with my knife out front here so that it's safe. Let's get that carrot cut up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a base here so that the carrot's not rolling around. Okay, so this lays flat. We're going to cut the carrot in half. From there, I'm going to cut it in half. Okay, now for the dish that I'm making, I'm going to keep these pieces pretty large. I like to bite into my carrot. I just don't want it to melt away. So let's start with one piece. So diced about that big. Again, in pieces here, using the heel. Make sure you're holding onto the heel and using the back of the knife. So I'm making sure I'm cutting them that they're all pretty much the same size. They cook easier and even. Okay, so that's my carrots. Got one more piece here. This one, because it's a bit thin, I'm going to go a little bit bigger with it. Okay, these are off into a bowl. I've got my celery. I'm going to cut it in half. I don't want to cut it down the middle just because it's too big. I probably should have done that with my carrot actually. So we're going to cut it in half so it's an easier cutting space. We're going to cut down the middle. Do that on both pieces. In half. Again, I want these to stay fairly large as well. My kids don't actually like celery, so it'll give them a chance to actually pick it out if they need to. About this big. Now I'm cutting two at a time just because my celery is quite small. If they were larger pieces, then I would probably just do one at a time. Okay, so I've got them into my bowls. And now for the onion. I've got my bowl here to pull all the garbage in. Okay, we're going to cut it in half. Put the knife safely down, facing away. I like to just put the knife down, that way I can use both hands to peel this onion. You want to use a whole onion, so two halves. Again, placing your hand on top. We're going to go 3/4 of a way through. I'm going to do it about twice. And then again, using the tip, halfway through. And I'm going to do bigger chunks as well. Okay. set this into a bowl. Okay, so hand on top, 3/4 of the way through. Down the middle, 3/4 of the way through. And on a 45, tip down. Okay, so now I have my mirepoix set up and ready to saute.